You know, I've never seen a video like more manipulative than this. Yes, you read the title right. I'm doing this for old time's sake. And plus, I wanted to see how long it was going to take me to become a ball of rage, hate, vitriol.
Hi everyone,
and
my name is
anger
Chibi Derp and
just-
I'm a...
But like I said, I have never seen a video more insulting, manipulative, and blatantly subliminal than this. Now, there's no subliminal messages in this. You're not going to have your brain, like, head fucked by him, because he's just too stupid to pull this shit off. But, just for the fuck of it, I checked the Onision Speaks page again. Holy shit! This is just fucking worse than ever. This really is. So, you got kind of a treat, and I figure, given the nature of this particular video, somebody's got to say something, so why wouldn't it be me?
Hi. This has no flavor in it. Or sugar. That's probably why.
Stop eating your dick. Of course it doesn't have any sugar in it. Your body is full of sepsis, douchebag. Also, your intro sucks. My intro has such a bigger dick than yours. And that's the first thing I want to say about how manipulative this video is. This pussy-ass music. You're trying to make yourself look sensitive, trying to make yourself look like, well, this is my nice little calm video about my subject. I'm Stuart Smalley. Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me. Yeah, no. Okay? That's not something you can sell to me. You can't manipulate me with that. Because I know that deep down you're an insensitive ball of shit.
Well, today I want to talk about people who are a little bit heavier than what society deems acceptable.
You mean fat, obese, overweight. Some people actually can call themselves a lard ass and be completely fine with it. I find that your terminology right there is kind of insulting to people who of heavier weight stature already know that they're fat. I'm sorry, but you can't go up to a dude who's like 460 pounds and say, hey, did you know you're fat? Because he's going to pull the burger out of his mouth and go, hey, asshole, yeah, I know I'm a fat fuck. Thanks for noticing. Come on. That was just rude. You can say fat. Nobody's going to pound on your door with a pitchfork, a torch, and a stake and inquisition your ass because you said a word. Haven't you made videos about taboo things like that being not so taboo anyway? Good consistency, shithead.
First off, I want to say most every single woman I've ever met in my entire life is insecure about their weight, despite how skinny they may in fact be.
That's because people have insecurities for a multitude of reasons. Women could have insecurities because they're trying to keep a genetic disorder that makes them be more susceptible to gaining weight as opposed to everybody else. That will cause an insecurity among me. Other people's might have insecurities for gaining things like diabetes and such, because diabetes is really fucking fucked up. You know, if you have diabetes and you're overweight, you have the risk of the blood pooling down the bottoms of your legs and stuff because it has trouble getting back up to your heart and recirculating through your body. So you could either die or risk getting a leg or a foot cut off. That would give me some insecurities too. So, before you go and assume that just because I have a dick means that I don't have any insecurities of my own, that don't even have anything to do with weight, really, more so image and the way that, you know, I view myself in a mirror and such, you need to go fuck yourself. Having a clit doesn't mean that you're automatically guaranteed insecurities, okay? So, again, that was really fucking insulting, and I think you need to realize the language that you're using is just barren at this point. You're just being as blatant as fucking possible.
Which is incredibly upsetting to me because every single woman in this world who is beautiful on the inside is fucking gorgeous on the outside, and their weight is completely irrelevant.
Oh, shut the fuck up. You're gonna tell me. You're gonna try to get me to buy that you actually believe an 800-pound whale that has to be craned out of their fucking bed just to take a shit in the morning is somehow as attractive as, I don't know, the girl who sings for the Birthday Massacre, or the one who sings for Evanescence, or any of the other millions of sexy-ass goth girls out there that I find hotter than the morning sun? Come on. You've got to be fucking stroking somebody's chain, because it sure is not mine. I don't think you believe that. Let me put this into perspective. You had a goddamn gorgeous wife for 5 years. And you know what? During that entire time, you wanted to fuck her sister. And you didn't even care who the fuck you told that to. No, you didn't give a shit at all. Beauty on the inside and beauty on the outside, mutually exclusive? Fuck you, you don't believe in that ideology. If you did, you'd still be married. If you did, even if you weren't still married, you would have been able to keep all the other billions of relationships you've had in that time. You only want a woman because she has a hole to stick your penis in, and you don't respect them beyond anything beyond that. You're a piece of shit, is what you are. So this manipulative, soft, sensitive little fucking yippee music that you're putting in here ain't fucking working. I mean, everything about this video fundamentally is manipulative, but I'll get into that in a minute. I'm not going to just full-on explode into Stevie Rage yet. We're only 27 seconds in. Let's give it a fucking minute, at least.
I don't care how perfectly proportionate your face is, how perfect by society standards your boobs are, how big or small your badunka-dunk is, how slim your waist, how sexy your thighs.
That was just terrifying.
How perfect your skin, your hair, etc. I don't give a fuck. If you are an evil bitch, your looks count for nothing.
Have you even begun to realize that perfection doesn't even exist? Like, you actually think that people are trying to achieve perfection. No, they're not. They're just trying to find some comfort in their own image. What the hell is wrong with that? Really, what the fuck is wrong with that? Everybody knows perfection doesn't exist. Every human being is born with a slight imperfection. Some big, some small. Some people are born with 6 fingers on either one or both of their hands. There's a guy in the world from India who has 2 fucking thumbs on each hand. He must be the best gamer in the world. Assuming the other thumb actually works. I don't fucking know. I saw it for like 30 seconds on Wild Boys when it was still on MTV2 and got freaked the fuck out and changed the channel, okay? Like, you can't blame me. That's kind of weird. There are other people in this world who are born with an eyeball maybe slightly smaller or slightly bigger than the other one. But you won't fucking notice because it's in your skull, obviously. There are people that are born with legs that are either shorter or longer than the other one. A boob that may be higher or lower or bigger or smaller. You know, some people have fucked up teeth. What's your point? Everybody in the world is born with slight imperfections, asshole. We have to accept this. If you created a perfect person, nobody would want to be them. Because at its core, perfection is nothing but blandness. You would look at a perfect person and go, well, there's really nothing wrong with you. I can't really say anything about you, and that kind of sucks. For humans, our psychology is geared towards finding faults with things. It's almost why I make videos like this. I like finding faults in things. Watching a video of me saying, I agree. Wow, I agree. I completely agree. Would be boring as hell. For one, there wouldn't be any fucking content to fill the goddamn video with. And it would be, well, boring as fucking hell. So anyway, you're full of shit.
So society thinks that supermodels are incredibly attractive, right?
Yeah, because a lot of supermodels are incredibly attractive.
I personally feel like they're going to die of anorexia at any second, but that's what society thinks.
That's because you're an ignorant fuck who doesn't know that a lot of supermodels aren't all anorexic. Some supermodels out there work on their fucking bodies ridiculously. And no, that was not your Facebook. That was the video. Sorry. Anyway, some of these supermodels work on their fucking bodies so much that they devote their entire lives to sculpting the way they want to look in their pictures. Supermodels are a photographer's canvas. They're not just some skinny bitch with big tits and a lot of money all of the time. A good big majority of the time, yes. Now, your little few next points about anorexia piss me off.
You see them on commercials, you see them on billboards, you see basically every magazine on the fucking shelf telling people that's what they should look like, which is FUBAR.
Society in general does not paint this image. Society in general is pretty accepting of how we normally should look as human beings. Advertisers, marketing companies, makeup companies, hair care product companies, car companies, they want to sell this idealistic image because it makes their image something you'd be like, hey, that looks cool, I want to buy it. You know, look at these bullshit Axe commercials, for example. You know, we're just two, well, I'm a man talking to you. I would say we were 2 men, but I don't want to jump the shark here. Look at these bullshit Axe commercials. They make that shit look like you can lacquer that shit on yourself, and then within 20 seconds, a girl's gonna bend down and just suck your fucking balls. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? No, Everybody in the world knows that shit does not work like that. It's idealism. So if you think that the entire machine of society is driven by true idealism like that, you're fucking ridiculous. You can't possibly buy into this crap. Now, you probably just think that I have emotional problems, and you just think that my critiques are stupid, and I'm being a fucking loudmouth, asshole. But that's just because I'm a lot smarter than you, and you don't even know what half of this shit is. If you did know what half of this shit is, you would have taken the time to actually put it in your goddamn video rather than spouting off a whole bunch of things with the most manipulative attempt to look like you know what you're talking about I have ever seen in the history of this fucking bullshit series of videos of yours. Now I can go into Stevie Rage because I'm in the fucking mode for it. This is fucking garbage. This is. Everything about this video is to manipulate you into believing his fucking bullshit here. Everything about it. The way he's wearing his hair, the way that he's got himself dressed, the fucking choice of colors, like the blue shirt and the blue background and then the complementing green t-shirt, the filters on the goddamn camera he's using, the angles, the editing, the music. Everything about this video is meant to manipulate you into believing this, and it takes your brain away from realizing, well, this guy really doesn't really know what the fuck he's talking about. And the funny thing is, you just talked about how people are being manipulated into idealism and thinking that society is driven by that, using the same fucking tactics in your video that these companies that sell shit like makeup, hair care products, Axe, even beer companies for their dumb commercials sometimes, use to sell us their bullshit products. Holy fucking shit. We've literally come full circle. You're saying this is bad because this is how society is, but you're manipulating the fact that society is susceptible to these things right there in order to sell your fucking product. Because you do make money off this, technically your videos are a product. Holy fucking shit.
It's not just FUBAR because most girls would have to literally starve themselves to look anywhere near as skinny as they do. It's fucked up beyond all recognition because women aren't supposed to look that way. A man can eat and eat and eat and eat and barely gain anything. I mean,
that's fucking bullshit, and I'll tell you why that's bullshit. It's metabolism. It's genetics. You know, I guarantee you that if I sat here and ate a stack full of fucking big Papa John's pizzas all goddamn day, eventually, for one, my stomach would explode, and that would suck. And be pretty goddamn painful. But I would gain weight. Not as fast as other people, though. And that's because of genetics. People usually come in 3 different genetic body types. You have the muscular kind of person who's easy to build muscle on. Guys like that they use for commercials for those P90X things, or Bowflex, or workout machines like that. You see, they want you to believe that you can actually build your body up to look that toned on their bullshit machines. When in reality, all these things you're either going to do is sit in a closet or be in your living room with your fucking clothes draped all over it, kind of like it's a fucking exotic way of hanging up your clothing. Everybody knows you're not going to get those results, but they use people predisposed to being able to build muscle easier than the rest of us because it makes their product look efficient. Now, marketing bullshit aside, the other genetic body type are people like myself, which are generally lean and skinny. No matter how much we eat, we will pretty much just be sticks. Now, we can tone up the muscles a little bit, but it ain't gonna look like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger, and thank God, because I'd rather not have a thorax. Now, the last, but not least, is the larger body type of genetics, which is people that are obese or overweight. And no matter what the fucking hell they do about it, they can't change that fact. So you insinuating that somebody trying to starve themselves to death is going to immediately make them skinny is bullshit, and doesn't have any fucking basis anyway. Everybody will eventually get skinny if they starve themselves, but even if that isn't their goal, it doesn't always fucking work. Some people are just over fucking weight, and they feel bad about that, not being able to really do anything to change it, so they want to make themselves look better. At the same time, I've criticized idealism, and in the same vein, I understand why it's there. You're just saying that idealism is bad because it's bad, okay? And what do you mean that women aren't supposed to look like that? People can choose to look however the fuck they want to, no matter how ludicrous it is of them, for God's sake. No offense, and I'm not trying to, make a slight against anybody, but look at drag queens. I don't find that attractive. I think that looks stupid as fucking hell. But they find pride in it, and they like looking like that. So more power to those motherfuckers. Drag on! You know? I mean, you can't just assume that you know how people are supposed to look. You don't define genetics. You don't define how metabolism and intake and all this other stuff of our nutrition works, you fuck. And a few examples you give after this of your understanding are so bogus, they're just stupid.
Well, a woman will consume half that amount and gain a shitload. What the fuck? What?
Nah, like I said, that's bullshit. It's all depending on your metabolism, your metabolic ratio. My metabolic ratio is fucking huge. It's huge. I have an incredibly fast metabolism. Other people I know don't. So they pack on the pounds. So, are you trying to say that just because men are masculine, we are muscular, and because women are feminine, they're more frail and fragile and they're not susceptible to being able to get rid of fat? I mean, like, is that what you're fucking telling me? Because I guarantee you, why don't you take a look at fucking Michelle Rodriguez and Machete, okay? And I'll tell you what, that is a fine goddamn woman right there. If you're trying to say that for some reason she don't have like a good fucking metabolism and don't take care of herself, you need to go suck my fucking dick. Don't do that, because I'll chop your fucking head off and then throw it in the damn dumpster behind my house. But you'll get an example of what the fuck I'm talking about. Anybody else gonna see Machete Kills, by the way? Because I know the fuck I am going to.
Why does this happen? Well, gosh, I don't know. Do women have ovaries? Per preserve, women need to store enough nutrients for 2 people.
When they're pregnant? What, do you think that women just store food when they're not pregnant like a bear does for hibernation? And what do ovaries have anything to do with this? Are you trying to say that a woman's menstrual cycle somehow regulates her weight? That can only get fucked up when you're on birth control pills.
So would that not bring a person to conclude that maybe women are supposed to be a little bit heavier?
If you have an understanding of health and science that a 5th grader would, yes! But anybody else that managed to graduate past the 5th grade learned in school that things aren't always defined by a girl's fucking period. Are you stupid? You're trying to say that because a woman flushes eggs and used blood out of her fucking uterus every 28 days, that's somehow a weight control thing. Are you fucking stupid? That has nothing to do with weight. That has everything to do with the fucking cycle of reproduction. Fat doesn't even enter into that.
I'm not fucking around. Society is retarded.
Yeah, society is pretty retarded. At one point we were wanting to reach for the stars. At one point we were trying to make our society and our civilization something that could just be looked at by anybody else that might actually be out there in a galaxy as holy fucking shit, they really accomplished something. And now what do? We have assholes like you, lunatic, dumbass, delusional pricks, who think they know fuck all about science, platituding stuff that doesn't even make sense on the internet in a manipulative attempt to get me to buy this shit. I can't even believe I actually fucking watched this video on your page because I just gave you money. Ah, god damn it.
Think about it this way. Anorexic people, how regular are their periods? By the way, periods are what women go through every single month for the sake of rejuvenating their whole reproductive system.
No! Holy shit. You've rocked my world. I didn't know that. I mean, I just got done talking about it for 2.5 fucking minutes. I didn't know about it. I honestly thought that when I was eating my girlfriend out, that was just Smuckers. I'm sorry. I apologize to all of the images now floating through your head. If there was a way I could probably get you guys to instantaneously forget that image with an MIB device, I would. But I can't. So deal with it.
If an anorexic person is to even have a period, it would be very irregular. And the reason for this is...
Not always. Some people's bodies are a little bit easier to function when they're skinny. So, what's your point? Like I said, fat and reproduction don't really have too much to do with each other, unless you're looking at polar extremes, like 800 pounds, 50 pounds. Depending on a person's height, too. Oh, that's another thing that I didn't even get into yet. Height! Most girls, they're shorter than men. You know, they're roughly shorter. You know, maybe like, let's say that I'm about 6 foot. So, you know, the shortest girl that I've ever dated was 5 foot nothing. Okay? She weighed 88 pounds. You want to know what? That's healthy. For a girl who's 5 foot nothing. You know, they would say like 110, something like that, that's healthy. But, you know, anywhere from that to 110 is healthy. You're like, 88 pounds? That's disgusting. No, it only sounds that way because it's a double-digit number. Because, you know, she's only 5 feet tall! You don't know shit about what you're talking about.
It's because they don't have enough fucking food. As against society's standard of beauty is supermodels who, by the way, look identical to anorexic people. And what basic human function do anorexic people lack? The ability to reproduce.
Not really. Not all.
On a core level, the whole reason most males are attracted to females is because we're supposed to reproduce with them, thus furthering our species. Side note, the purpose of gay people is just to make the world more fabulous. Long story
Side point is, if you really tried to make a joke like that in front of a gay person, I wouldn't blame him for bending you over the couch and butt-fucking you into having some common sense and not insulting him like that. And then I would give that guy a flower to stick in your newly cored-out asshole. Kind of like Malcolm McDowell did in Caligula. That guy deserves an Academy Award for that scene. I don't care.
short, health is the only thing that should matter to society. Weight is fucking irrelevant.
Health is the only thing that should matter to society. Okay, so you think that technological advancement and educational improvement isn't important to society, that we should all be healthy? Well, that's fucking brilliant. So how the hell are we going to make advances in the field of health and science if everybody else is a fucking ignorant blowtard, okay? That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Girth is fucking irrelevant. If you're
Not really. Let's just say that a lot of people have appreciated my girth. Again, I apologize. I really probably shouldn't have scarred you all with that.
Your boyfriend ever says it is his personal opinion that you are overweight, he should probably non-literally slam his head into a brick fucking wall. Because the
unless you really are overweight, then you should probably go try to do something to lose that weight. Being overweight is dangerous. You know what? Fuck this guy. If anybody's watched my video up until this point, here's some actual advice from somebody that knows a little bit of what they're talking about. Being overweight is dangerous at some points. Being overweight can lead you to getting things like diabetes. Being overweight can also lead you to having other health complications like heart issues, even breathing issues. Being out of shape like that isn't good, okay? It's not. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you're fat and you're trying to lose weight, more power to you. You're supposed to look like you're in shape. You're not supposed to look like a lazy slob that just doesn't do anything because Onision told you to. If you buy into that mentality, you have my pity in spirit. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean, but whatever. Regardless, I really can't say that you should ever take any of this guy's advice. His advice is stupid. His advice about vegetarianism and veganism, as we all know, is very misled and ridiculous and has no basis in any sort of health journal that you could ever read online. This guy is the kind of guy that has suggested to people in the past you should just rocket into that diet no matter what the fuck kind of diet that you were in, regardless of the health impacts that it's made. Because he had diarrhea after trying to eat a pizza, because I guess he just didn't realize that Little Caesars makes some pretty fucking bad pizza sometimes. This guy's, he's just stupid. He's stupid. You can't make the assumptions you're fucking making and expect me to believe that they're based in any sort of reality whatsoever. Okay? If you can't control it, then nobody's gonna hate you. But if you can get it under control and you can tone yourself into something that is healthy, then go for it. Don't fucking sit there and let some asshole who doesn't know what he's telling you or talking about tell you how to live your life. Anyway, this guy can suck many dicks. He can suck a bag of dicks. In fact, I think Louis C.K. has a bag of dicks somewhere that he could give this guy to suck. Until that very sucky time, I really don't know how else to close out these videos because I've never known how to close out these videos. So, bye? I really need to figure out a way to shut these videos off because I have no ending for them. Bye.